Control, welcome to another episode of Asexualise, my asexual life. This is supposed to be full education about asexuality, all things asexual. I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that great big subscribe button right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. Yeah, thumbs up if you find the content useful, helpful, insightful in any way, shape or form. We just want to give this channel some light love. I really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. So in a moment, I'm going to be reviewing this movie, Alice in Wonderland. But first of all, if you didn't know who I am Sandra Bowman, author of this awesome Asexual Perspectives 47 Asexual Stories book. There's real life asexual stories. The link is down below in the description. I'm also the author of this biographical self-help book, which is how to manage fibro to have less pain, more energy, and feel happier like a superhero rock star. So if you like superhero themes, want more energy in life, less pain, that's the book for you, whether you've got fibro or not. So link below in the description for that. So Alice in Wonderland, let's get cracking on into it. Alice in Wonderland, as you can see, this is Johnny Depp. And I have to say, he plays a very, very, very convincing Mad Hatter. You really believe he is the Mad Hatter. So Alice in Wonderland was originally written in books. And this movie is a combination of two, like the Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass, I think the other one's called. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that. Please feel free to. And so basically it's based on those stories, printed stories, right? And it's a Tim Burton movie. So if you like Nightmare, but like The Nightmare Before Christmas, I think it's called, that type of thing. Coraline, yeah, that, you know, those type of movies, which I do, then, you know, you'll know that they're usually a bit dark and brooding, but actually I thought this was quite colourful for a Tim Burton movie, actually. So yeah, Tim Burton's very stylistic. In the story, you can see that the visual effects are absolutely stunning, really, really well put together. I really wanted to see this movie. I got it myself yesterday. I watched it yesterday. It's now 5 a.m. in the morning. I haven't been to sleep yet. So yes, I watched it last night. So this is really good. So basically, Alice goes to this make-believe land, or so she thinks. She thinks it's in her dreams from when she was a kid. And then it's very, very interesting storyline how they've done it, because basically in the beginning of the movie, she's meant to have turned 20 years old, or be turning 20 very soon. And they want her to marry this lord. She's meant to have turned 20 years old, or be turning 20 very soon. And they want her to marry this lord. Her dad's died. He used to encourage her with imagination. And her mum wants her to marry this lord. She's really not that interested in marrying him because he's not really her type. And, you know, she just wants to be herself, being down to earth Alice. Anyway, they've got all these people out to see the lord propose to her. And she's like, I just need to think about it, basically. She goes off because she sees this rabbit, and this rabbit has a waistcoat, and she follows the rabbit who has a waistcoat, and she ends up falling down a hole. So if you know that, you probably know that's the storyline from books as well. So she falls down this hole, and when she goes down this hole, there's like a whole other world. Goes down a hole, and there's a whole other world at the bottom of the hole, as it were. So yeah, so then she has to basically drink a potion to shrink herself, to use a key to get her through the door, but she can also eat a certain cake to make herself grow bigger. So she manages to get this door open, goes through the door, and this is basically the Wonderland, Alice in Wonderland. And so this is when she gets to meet all her favourite characters. She gets to meet like the Mad Hatter, which is played by Johnny Depp. There's like a Mad Hare. There's like a mouse. There's like lots of other characters in there, like the twins, all that type of thing. And basically, you know, she thinks it's all a dream, but she finds out at the end that it's not supposed to be a dream at all. And so it's very good the way it's done, the very storyline. So when she goes through the hole, she meets all these characters, colourful characters, really good displays, you know, really good special effects, I should say. And basically what it is she is supposed to be quite agile, quite, like obviously attractive to young guys. She's supposed to be very beautiful aesthetically, and she's supposed to be very kind of like delicate, couldn't hurt anything. And she finds out that it's already been written in her destiny that she's meant to slay this Jabberwocky. And only when she slays a Jabberwocky will she free the kingdom to go back to the good queen, because the bad queen, the Queen of Hearts, has currently got it. And her sister, the White Queen, hasn't got the crown anymore. So the Queen of Hearts rules the land, played by Helena Bonham Carter. She's absolutely incredible as a Queen of Hearts. Blooming magnificent, really, really, really good character, plays it really well. And she basically is really cruel to animals, wants to chop people's heads off or animals' heads off that disobey her. She finds out that one of her frogs, who's dressed in like prince type clothing, he ate her jam tart, so she's like off with his head, even though he's got little frogs to look after. She doesn't care. She's like, oh, bring them. I like the tadpoles. Bring them for food. And she's meant to be a really nasty character. And all through the movie, you see Alice, who's like, I can't slay this Jabberwocky because it's not in me to actually kill anything. I'm not that type of person. And in the very end, there's only her that can save the kingdom and can save everyone from the bad queen. And the film, again, is based on identity and finding your identity. So like Unknown that I talked about with Liam Neeson, which is very much classed and focused around identity, this has an identity theme as well. But this isn't just an identity theme, this is a discovery, discovering who you truly are and who you need to become the future you. This is something I personally need to work on more within me, being the future version of me. I think it's very difficult, I'm going off on tangent here. When you get into like the real life world of personal professional development, you have to reinvent yourself. You have to recreate yourself. And in life, we have to go through recreations. We have to change our ways, And sometimes I'm like, feel like I'm torn between one way or the other. And I'm not always focused and sure and clear where I'm going. But there's certain things in life I'm very crystal clear, like being on this channel, for example. So, sometimes you have to cut yourself some slack if you don't know, but there'll become a time when you have to decide and you have to put your stake in the ground, as it were, and say, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm going, this is the direction I'm heading, this is the choice and decision I'm making now, and that's it. And that's basically what Alice does in the movie, right? She realizes that she's the only one that can save the day. And so she puts on a suit of armor and becomes the person that's already predicted to slay the Jabberwocky. And so she just transforms, and there's this caterpillar that's throughout the movie, and that's all reflective of how she's transforming. So when she first meets the caterpillar, he doesn't even believe she is the Alice that's the Alice that they saw years ago from childhood, the 9-year-old girl. Now I think they made an actual mistake in this, because when I read it, it looked to me like it was 13 years later, but it's nice meant to be 10 years later. But I would have to go back and watch that to see if it was a mistake or if it's just my eyes playing up. Because, you see the young Alice and then you see her years later. But it's meant to be like 10 years later. She's meant to go from 9 to 19. And when she's 19 years old, that's when she falls in the hole. But they're talking about her, she's 20 now. That's what they're talking about for marriage. But she's not actually meant to be 20 yet. So yeah, anyway, the film's really, really good. You see her shrinking, changing outfits numerous times as well. There's a lot of lovable characters in there. There's a dog in there as well. An unusual creature that's made up. But yeah, it's a really good story. I really loved it. I really loved the transformation. So what I was saying about this caterpillar is when she first meets the caterpillar doesn't even think she's the Alice that they knew before, because they think the other Alice was a lot more much. And I've not really heard this expression, right? She was much of a much before, which means, as far as I could work out, she was courageous before. She was full on herself before. She knew who she was as a child. And somewhere along the line, she's lost that identity, as it were, and not discovered the full identity that she is. And so, this caterpillar goes from thinking she's not the real Alice, she's not the Alice they met years ago, she's not up to the job, she's like an imposter, to throughout the film saying, oh, you're more like Alice, yes, you're more like her and more like her, which is the person that they know's got to kill a Jabberwock. It's already been written, you know, and in her destiny, basically. And by the end of the film, the caterpillar is transformed into a butterfly, and she has transformed herself. There's a nice little twist at the end, I thought, as well. So with the transforming herself. So I really liked this movie. It's a Disney movie. It's really well written, beautifully acted, spectacular special effects. Johnny Depp is incredible. All the actors and actresses I thought were really amazing. And I do love the story of finding yourself. You know, in the throughout the film, she goes, she does talk about, you know, creating your own path in life, and you don't have to do what's normal. You can walk your own path. But she does actually end up going on the destiny that was destined for her. So it's kind of very interesting that, you know, because I do believe you can create your own path in life. I do believe you can change your future. I do believe that every action you take has a reaction, a consequence, and it can change the course of your life just like that. Right? But it's very interesting that she goes back on the path that was already destined for her and grows into the person she needs to become. So it's kind of got two themes going, you know. One is self-expression, being yourself, true to yourself, and doing things your own way, going your own path. And the other thing is leaning into the person you really need to become to fulfill your destiny and be as great as you can be. So I was really, really interested in that storyline. I found it fascinating. And I really, really, really would highly recommend watching this. I would watch it again. It was a very good movie. It's one of those ones that you can watch over and over again. It's like I watched The Sorcerer's Apprentice, which is actually advertised on this movie in the trailers. I actually watched The Sorcerer's Apprentice over and over again because I just love the movie so much. It's just magical, incredible, and it's got that other one's got a beautiful storyline. This is a very asexual movie, by the way, in terms of it's got no sex, no nudity whatsoever. And it hasn't even got much romance in it either. You know, you could argue that, so the Queen of Hearts, she's got this guy's meant to be like her lover, her boyfriend, her partner, if you like, but he can't even stand her. He's just using her, and she finds that out in the end. So really, there is no romance with any of the characters, really. It's just pure fun and friendship and coming together of different types of people. And what I really love is in this movie they say, "Oh, are you mad? Do you think I'm mad?" Like Mad Hatter says, "Do you think I'm mad, Alice?" And Alice said that to her dad when she was 9, and her dad replied, "Yes, you are. You're mad. You're bonkers." And she says this to the Hatter later on, repeats her dad's words, basically, "Yeah, you're bonkers." So she said, "Do you know something? The best people are." And I just think that's so lovely. And I think it's true, actually. I think the people that are crazy ones are the more sane ones in the world. And they're the most bestest people because they think outside the box. They are very different. They are incredible. And they really stand out and make a difference in the world. You know, not everyone's going to like them, but they do make a difference. And I think that's so important because so many people are hiding behind computer screens, not really making a difference in the world. But I find it's true in life, though. A lot of the people that are classed as more insane and crazy are the ones that have more common sense and sanity about them, you know? So I really loved it. Really loved the movie. Highly recommend it. Go and get a copy of it. Go and view it. I got the Blu-ray for £2. Oh, news. Absolutely incredible. I've always wanted to see this movie for a very long time. So I was really, really happy with that. And the person who plays Alice is very good at acting as well. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this no sex, no nudity film review, no romance. So, you know, if you're aromantic asexual who doesn't like, who doesn't like romance, you're not interested in romance, you're not romantically attracted to anyone, and you're asexual, not sexually attracted to anyone, this is a perfect movie for you. Absolutely, you're going to love it, I think. Anyway, do get a copy. Tell me what you think. And write down below in the comments if you've seen it already or if you intend to see it. And yeah, I just love to know your thoughts. As always, give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Share it with any friends if you think they would love this movie. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and hit that great bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now, post a new video. Lots of love to you. I'll see you on the next video or live stream. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye. Thanks for watching.